BFOs, learnings, or what kind of value did you get out of today? Kind of top 3 learnings, BFOs, or value that you got out of today. And we'll
the process to prioritize my goals.
perfect. Write it down. Let me get it right down, and then we'll share it. You've already gone, Lynn. You're ahead. You're.
It's the accountant in her.
Yep. Well, people who like processes, you know, really like this, but people who don't like processes,
I do.
people who do like, you know, who don't necessarily have a process really benefit as well from this too, because that's why the group thing works. Because yeah.
I love you so much, Bill. You always teach me something new every time. Every time I learn lots of new stuff.
Perfect. Good. I'm glad.
Good ideas to add to my repertoire.
My pleasure. I like the Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody want a cat?
We're gonna.
Oh,
She's a pain in the butt.
We'll share. We'll share these.
gorgeous.
I don't even like cats. I got a cat for my husband, and now she won't leave me alone.
Cats are always going to go toward the person who doesn't want them around the most. It's the rule.
Yep.
So we'll share these, and I'm going to teach you one more thing, and then we'll wrap it up. I promised you I'll have you out of here by 12:30, and we're going to do that. So go back through your notes, look around, see top 3 BFOs or learnings, and then about another minute, and then we'll share. Or just what kind of value have you gotten out of the day? That would be fine as well. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, real quickly, top 3 BFOs, or top 1 or 2. It's up to you. 1, 2, or 3. You can give all 3 if you want. Steve Kallan.
Yeah. It's affirming that a straightforward process like this is easy to get to action items. So that's really important. And it's really makes me enthusiastic that people at all kinds of businesses, large and medium size here, are really enthusiastic about this process. So those are 2 big takeaways. I came here really to understand and learn about the process, so it's pretty enthusiastic for me.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Good. Corey.
I learned a lot. I agree with Steve that it was nice to kind of hear where everybody else is coming from. I think I have some good strategies now to put some structure in place for myself. So yeah, I mean, I really got a lot out of it.
Perfect. Lynn, you've already gone 1, but we'll give you a couple more.
You help me zero in on how the breakdown and the formula for better increasing my revenues versus profit margin. And also real important for me right now is a reminder of how important it is to properly train and effectively train my team. So, because my goal of being out of the office more is really high up there. So I need to go back and focus on properly training my team to solve problems and market and sales.
Perfect. Stephanie.
So I only have one prevailing thing that keeps jumping off the page at me. And for all of our English majors, hold your ears when the next part comes. but in my mind, I kept saying process ain't gotta be painful.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Carleton.
So for me, the good thing about today is just kind of getting this structure in place. When I mentioned before about the need to scale, you know, that's a real thing for me. I'm adapting to what's coming down the train tracks for me, and so this has been very helpful to get some tools in place to think through what I need to do in the next 90 days to make that be successful.
Perfect. Thanks. Leslie.
Yeah, so for me, I realized that I really need to make a plan, and I have some tools now to help me to do that. Definitely need to work on goal setting skills. And I realized how important it is for me to schedule. So looking at these priorities for and goals, to put these things on the calendar and set aside, you know, a block of time to and hold myself accountable to implementing some strategy.
Perfect. Yeah, it's really important to write down your goals. I get my clients together every month and we write down what they want to get done in the next month. And for the most part, they get done. And it really, that's all we do. We just write it down. Like, what are we going to do? And they go to work doing it. And so it's pretty amazing thing. Donna Marie.
The importance of having systems in addition to ideas, the importance of setting concrete goals and putting those goals onto a calendar.
Perfect. Chris Chromey.
Basically, I ended up writing down 4 different ones, but you know, the planning can lead to success. Using the formula that you gave us and analyzing that formula for your profit versus revenue, margins, all these types of things, leads, conversions, that using a formula like that and going back to it is really important, and keeping an eye on that as things change. And then just the concept of setting aside a time to analyze, you know, and you can analyze so many different factors or, you know, pieces of your business, you know, your processes, your people, your time spent, you know, but the point is spend consistent time every week, every month, whatever it is, but do it over and over and continue to analyze.
Perfect. Chris Wilson.
Yeah, so I picked up a lot. The biggest thing for me, in just going through this check sheet, was where we are lacking on like a real strategy around a customer experience and sales and referral. We've been fortunate that we've been busy for a long time. So I think we've gotten slack on being strategic about making that better and tracking it. So yeah, it was good.
Perfect. That's awesome. Brad Husey.
Identifying goals and then getting them down to 5, 3, 1 really taught me that the most important thing I need to focus on is simply planning my time better. To do all these other things, I'm going to have a real specific plan for my time and setting aside, you know, time to plan to do everything else, because it's going to have to start there.